I fought with a fever and a chest infection in my 13th Muay Thai fight in Thailand. That had me spitting out blood in between rounds and left me with a nice black eye when all was said and done. The match begins, and for context, my opponent and I know each other quite well at this point, as we've fought twice before, with him winning the first one and me winning the second. And as you can see, we're starting out at a faster pace than usual, as this is a 3-round fight instead of a traditional 5-rounder. I wasn't sure which version of him I'd be facing that night, because I noticed that he's been taking some obvious dives against beginner foreigners lately, and admittedly my inner bitch was hoping that he'd give me an easy fight this time around because of how awful I felt from my fever, but fortunately we ended up having a grueling battle instead, shutting up those negative voices in my head real quick. I made it clear to the promoters at this stadium a while back that I don't want any fights where my opponent takes a dive, and since then, that seems to have been the case. If you've seen our previous fights together, you'll know that he's quite the showman, which always inspires me to do the same. Like here, where I try to show him and the judges that his kick did not faze me whatsoever. And then a body kick followed by a T-pier. Then he throws a big body shot of his own, but I counter with a combination that stuns him and throws him off balance. So I give him a smile and chase him down with a head kick. We then start brawling up against the ropes, where he stands his ground with some solid overhands, and a kick forcing me to regroup. I learned from our first fight that it's a bad idea to hunt for the knockout with this guy, because you just end up gassing out because his chin is so good. And of course he throws his crazy high kick that he always throws at least once in his fights, which he actually almost got me with this time. Now at this point, as much as I'm trying to hide it, I'm extremely exhausted. I'd been coughing all day from that chest infection, not to mention the fever, and it's still only round 1. So I'm doing my best to fight off those negative thoughts again that keep creeping up on me. He throws a kick that I catch and follow up with 2 knees before sending him to the ground, giving me a chance to catch a breath a bit, even if it's just for a moment. I used my jab and T-pier well, which I really should have been doing more of, but my brain felt like mush at this point, and I was in full-on zombie mode / autopilot. Bro then throws a jumping hammer fist, which was an interesting choice, and I continue marching forward, backing him up against the ropes. We both start throwing hands, but I bend forward too much, making it easy for him to land an overhand right to the back of my head, which definitely hurt me. He then taunts me a bit, and the round ends. I'm not sure how much longer my gas tank can last, so I say screw it, I'm just going to keep moving forward and throw everything I can at him. That backfires as he throws like 14 punches in a row. Things are looking tricky, but I stay calm and confident in my defense, and I weather the storm. But he's still able to land some nasty uppercuts as I try to score with my knees and clinch. I'm starting to sense that he's getting tired too, so I try to drain his energy further by putting my weight on him and squeezing hard with a vice grip while in the clinch. He's finding some success with those uppercuts, but they aren't having too much of an effect on me because I have my chin tucked in nicely. And I continue to smother him with my clinch while scoring with knees to the body. And if you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe for the algorithm. Thank you. I can't even begin to describe just how tired I am here. Fighting while sick like this is something I wouldn't wish upon even my worst of enemies. Not that I have any enemies, I'm all about peace and love here, y'all. He then starts taunting me again, but I ignore it and continue trying to play the role of a tank, which of course is much easier said than done against the tank himself. The fight has turned into an all-out slugfest, and I land a clean body kick here, but of course he can't help himself with the taunting. Though honestly, I'm pretty sure he was doing this on purpose to give himself a chance to conserve some energy. I really think all of my knees to his body are starting to add up at this point. Someone in the crowd is screaming at me to move forward as I trip over myself. And amidst the chaos, I continue to try my best to always be the last to land a strike in every exchange. He then sneaks in another cartwheel kick, this time nearly taking out the referee. along with a little dance to top it off. He's actually so awesome, I've become such a fan of the guy. Round 2 ends, and we move into the third and final round. We go jab for jab, and even though I feel like I'm ahead on the scorecards, I continue with my aggression to hopefully prevent him from catching me with anything too significant. This was actually a pretty decent body kick set up by me, and the referee gives him a warning for grabbing the ropes when we clinch. Both of us managed to land some nasty knees here. And he lands some big kicks, but I get him with some punches and control him in the clinch. I'm feeling confident that I'm ahead and raise my hand to show the judges. But my energy is now almost completely drained, so I'm not really throwing much power into any of my strikes. I'm simply tagging him with lighter ones to score points and stay ahead. We both do our Thai style dance off to show that we're confident that we're winning the fight so far. And I somehow managed to survive the entire fight without collapsing and even get the win. Subscribe to see how I do in my incoming fight at Raja Dominant Stadium in Bangkok.